Isn't it like insane how far we've come in regards to this Sonic movie franchise? Because way back when, whenever the first Sonic movie was originally announced, we had this aura of skepticism and fear because video game movies at the time, and really still are to some extent, were a massive, massive, massive controversy when it came to translating that medium into the film style, because not one person, I believe, managed to do that well in any capacity. And it still, to this day, scares, I think, most people, because sure, we've had some good ones, like obviously the Sonic ones turned out okay, and then the Mario movie's pretty decent. The Last of Us ended up being pretty good. Besides that, maybe I'm thinking of one, or can't think of one, like, off the top of my head, but, like, the Sonic franchise now is, like, the video game movie franchise that was a video game, or classic video game that turned into a movie. And we're finding out that it's actually great, which is insane considering where we first started off with this was flat dead at the bottom. As soon as the first trailer came out and we got our first look at Sonic, this was doomed to fail from the start. So obviously the trailer for Sonic 3 just came out and it looks gas. It goes hard as fuck. Obviously this is the third movie in the franchise. We're bringing back Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, the actor that plays Sonic. I apologize, I can't remember his name, but the original voice actor who plays Tails is playing Tails again. At least I believe it's the original voice actor. I could be wrong with that, but I think that was the big thing. Obviously, like, I'm not a crazy Sonic fanatic, but I'm very interested and I know the character, and I am familiar enough with the character in that world, to some extent, at least. But am I like a Sonic massive fan? Like, not really, but I still like, that IP. But whenever the first trailer came out, like I said, we were not off to a good start because we got our first look at Sonic, and wow. I mean, it was doomed to fail from the beginning. The nightmare fuel of the character design that they had for Sonic was unparalleled to anything that we have seen before, and it was so bad in how they managed to turn this around. You almost like look at it and you're like, was this made to fail on purpose? It's actually a really incredible story because when that first trailer came out, we got the original character design for Sonic, and he had human teeth, and he didn't have gloves on, and I think he was wearing like bad-looking sneakers, and they are like, it was going to be a live-action film and not animated, so everybody was like, "Fuck me, you're already kind of setting yourself up to fail here." And then you got the original design, and it was, I mean, I think we all remember it. It was meme to hell. It did not look good. It was alarming from the start. Like, it looked dumpster fire ass in so many capacities, and even I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then the studio, Paramount, I believe, still owned this at the time, did something that movie studios should probably take notes of. And they listened to their audience and the backlash that they got from this teaser. And they had the director come out, and the director was like, "Yeah, this is a mistake. This needs to be fixed. We're delaying the movie so we can fix it." And they came out with the second trailer, and we were like, "That looks great." And then the movie came out, we were like, "That's really good." Or, I mean, it was, it didn't take itself too seriously. It was fun. And then we got Sonic 2, and like, I'm not insane about that movie, but that was pretty good, and it was fun. And then we got the Knuckles. Idris Elba played Knuckles, and that's sick as fuck. And then we got the Knuckles show, and that did really great. And they started building this like live action Sonic lore, and these movies are coming out pretty quickly in rapid succession because you're like, they're doing this with the CGI and the animation in a way where it's not overly complicated. I guess it's a lot of it's digital, making this, and it's very interesting and intriguing that the way that they're doing it. And now the Sonic, obviously, like the natural progression of things was going into Shadow, you know, the second most popular character in that IP. So we can finally see Sonic and Shadow fight, and then we get Shadow, and in this trailer, and he looks great. He looks phenomenal. I mean, he's gonna be throwing hands with Sonic. They did like a big anime fight in the trailer. Oh, and get this, Keanu Reeves is playing Shadow. He turned down a Star Wars role to play Shadow. That's fucking awesome. I mean, that's incredible. And he only had a couple lines, but like, you could totally see it, and you could hear it, and you're like, I think that could work. Same way as like Idris Virgo did with Knuckles and the characterization, and the fact that these like A-list actors are coming in to play these characters. That's pretty cool, right? Like that's exciting. That's a lot of fun. I mean, I love it. Like the concept to me that Keanu Reeves decided to choose Sonic over a Star Wars project in this day and age is just like, that's a crazy concept. And not only that, this is the only film franchise that Jim Carrey, this is the only thing that he's doing. He would be long retired by now if it wasn't for Sonic. He's said that out of his own lips. I mean, I hope they never stop making them. And to me, the natural progression onward is to find a way to mesh this with the Mario thing so we can get a Super Smash Bros. Is Sonic in Super Smash Bros? Did I just say something really dumb? I mean, like I already said, like I'm not like in that world a whole lot. He is, right? I'm not making that up, right? I was a PlayStation kid, I had a Wii for a little bit, but you know. Regardless, I might be thinking about Super Mario Bros. Z. I might clown forever for this. I think he is. Hey, is he not? Like, I know that they're owned by separate companies. Regardless, a Chris Pratt Mario in live-action Sonic catching up. They've had crossovers in the past. If they're not in Super, I'm fucking pretty certain they're in Super. I'm not making that up, and I don't have anything by me to look it up, but I don't think I'm making that up. I feel really fucking dumb if I'm wrong about that, because I didn't play a whole lot of, Super Smash Bros. I love that, what they do with that, and I love that fan base. I think that they got fucking Jigglypuff, they got fucking Sora, that's gonna piss me off, and I don't have anything to look at it. Fuck me. Anyways, the Sonic movies are gas. They are the peak gaming movies that are out right now, and it really makes me sad that we haven't been able to find a way to make video game movies good up until now. And even though I already said the Sonic 2 movie wasn't that great to me, it's still that world and that atmosphere and that vibe was still very interesting. And I thought Sonic and the Friends were really good too. I thought the effects were really good. And I would love for them to find a way to keep this ball rolling and to never end it. Because this isn't one of those things where there's a natural ending here. There's so much you can do with this IP. And I understand you're going to run out of patience from you're going to run out of patience from probably Jim Carrey. There might be a point where he's I'm not doing this anymore. But I think Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba, they might do it forever. And I think the guy who plays Sonic now, that I can't remember his name, I think he might do it forever. So, yeah, Sonic 3 looks gas. Looks goated. I think it's going to be good. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I apologize if I fucking sounded really dumb there. But I had a really long day and a really long weekend. It's a holiday weekend and I can't remember anything. And my brain is fucking zapped. And I gotta pee really bad. But yeah, let me know what you think about Sonic 3 in the comments. Does it look good? It looks great, right? I'm not making that up. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, adios, bye-bye.